Alright guys, you asked and we're answering for you today. We've got Deborah, Double H and Drifty here to answer your questions. Thanks so much for sending them in. We're going to start right off the back with, excuse me if I don't pronounce your name right, Wish One Nut. Wish Banter. Kind of.
Wish will put the start on.
Wish. Thanks for sending in your question. Right. What are the best football teams who haven't been able to win the UCL? In his opinion, in Wish One opinion, it is Arsenal are invincible.
Invincible.
I think invincible. Yeah. Yes. Klopp's Dortmund or Mourinho's Madrid.
I'm going to go ahead and say Arsenal.
100%. Like
I think
they should have. Like
we should have.
No, is that a general question in terms of any team who's never ever won it?
No, the actual. I think it means just that particular side. Because obviously Madrid have won it and Dortmund.
Oh yeah,
as well. But yeah, I think that team should have done a lot better in the Champions League than it did. The fact that we went out to Wayne Bridge. Do you know what I mean? Wayne Bridge.
He was in the semi though.
Yeah, bro.
It weren't like he went out in a group or anything.
Wayne Bridge can't even keep his wife happy.
Wait. What's...
Do you know what I mean? The man's knocking us out of Champions League.
Fuck, you know, that was some crazy.
That was a lot.
Was that 02, 03 or 03, 04?
03 or 04.
So that was the FC Porto.
Yeah.
So yeah, that because I remember that, because for me, in my view, I was like, that was the season that Arsenal were going to win it, because that's when all of the big teams went away. Yeah, it was cool because Chelsea played Monaco in the semis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, like Arsenal's invincibles, because again, all the big teams went, and really you had FC Porto and Monaco in the final. So, and if look, my boy Uncle Mo that's still down.
Uncle Mo!
No, but still, 100% no, that was the best team. Arsenal's invincibles, because they were so good, played so well. It just seemed logical that they would carry the. But basically, what it goes to show is that league form and Champions League form are very different. Look at Real Madrid, 3 Champions Leagues in a row, only won La Liga in there. They're two completely different competitions.
We got to the final the year after that, right? I think that was the year after we got to the final. We lost to Barca.
05, 06.
We won.
Was
2 years after. Yeah.
So you're 04, 05 with this place.
Okay. Drifty, any thoughts?
I'm just trying to rattle my brain if there are any other big teams I can think of when I was like really disappointed. One of the Barcelona teams, I can't remember which one it was, but I think it was
Rivaldo.
I think it was the peak Ronaldinho Barcelona. There was a year when they should have won it and they went out and they shouldn't have. I can't remember which one it was. But I mean, the Invincible one stands out the most because they didn't lose a game in the league. So you're thinking, well, how on earth did they not win any cup competitions? Because it's kind of the same principle. So I guess it probably would be the Arsenal Invincible team. But I remember there was a Ronaldinho Barcelona team that went out and they shouldn't have. I can't remember.
You know what another one I was going to throw in the mix? Leeds. Remember when Leeds got in the Champions League?
Yeah.
They were playing some fire football, bro.
Yeah, they got to the semi.
Yeah, they got far as well. That was a good side.
Actually, what's it called? Bayern Munich 2012. Like, any Chelsea fan that says that Chelsea deserved that 2012 thing is smoking crack, because that is the biggest heist in history, because Bayern Munich completely obliterated them. Like, that 2012 Bayern Munich team, basically, they should have been the first team to defend the title, because they should have won it in 2012 and obviously they won it in 2013. Yeah. So that 2012 Bayern Munich team, I think they should have won it. 100% they should have won it.
And that Valencia side, going back all those years. Think of
like
Mendieta, Aymar, Lopez, them boys.
Oh, with the
because they got to the final, wasn't it?
Twice.
Yeah. That was a good team.
It was Rafa one year, and then was it Hector Cooper?
Yeah,
the other year.
Real Madrid and
there's been some good ones. But I think based on how good the team was, then the Bayern Munich one is a good shout, but maybe Arsenal. If you're literally just talking about the actual individuals that played for the team, it probably was Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, I hope that helps. Moving on, next question from Sammy. Thanks for sending that one in. Right. Excuse me if I don't pronounce all the names really right. Okay. Should Laporte switch to Spain over France? He is the same age as Varane and Umtiti, which means his whole career he will be third choice centre back at best, while in Spain Ramos is old and the rest are bricks. Hashtag HMBQ big up Drifty. Thanks for that. Drifty.
You have to stop getting your friends.
But has he already played
It's friendlies.
Friendly. So
Yeah,
you can
so
still
you
switch.
can-
Which is what
switch.
Dev just said. I didn't actually realise. For me, that is a good point. And you know what? I don't think the Varane and Titi partnership is. Laporte isn't actually good enough to mess up that partnership. It's not like there's like favouritism going on here or something. That partnership is too good to be broken up. Without an injury, yeah, Laporte isn't getting in there. Obviously, with Koscielny going, it would push him up the pecking order because Koscielny would have obviously been above him.
They are stacked at centre back though. Bro.
They kind of are, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got a lot of good.
Do you know what though? He's got a point. Like, obviously, yeah, Spain aren't looking too good. PK's old now.
Yeah.
Ramos is old now. I mean, do you know what? He's got to play where his heart is. For me, when it comes to the country thing, I don't really like people who just pick it because they're going to play or like. He's got. Well, what does he feel like? If he feels French, don't do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I really don't like what Diego Costa did to Brazil. That just because he lived in Spain for a while, like he was born in Brazil, grew up in Brazil, Brazil could have done with him in that 2010 World Cup. They really could have.
But they didn't pick him. They didn't pick him. He was
No, but I feel like if he'd have just been like, no, I'm Brazilian, man, look, I'm on this, pick me. Do you know what I mean? They probably would have. I mean, they had Fred up front.
The thing is,
Oh,
Diego
come on.
Costa is, I reckon he did it because he wants to smoke. Diego Costa looks like that kind of guy. He wants all the smoke. How can I get the most?
He's not because he's a troublemaker.
I want smoke.
But like,
bring it.
That was really
In Spanish.
That, for me, that was bad of him.
Smokers.
It's not that he might feel a bit Spanish, but man, he's Brazilian. Do you know what I mean? Let's be
No,
real. Like,
he is.
he's Brazilian. If Laporte feels like he's Spanish, do it.
And Mane is Nigerian, so like.
But if he feels French, then I would actually stick to my principles and be like, do you know what? I might get in, who knows?
You see, I mean, for me, I think this brings up a good discussion about meritocracy. Based on meritocracy, it should be Laporte and Umtiti, because Varane has also been bad in form. But the thing about it is that
he's been injured though.
There we go. He's been injured.
He's been
So
injured,
basically, based on form, Laporte is the best central defender that France have based on form. But I think for Deschamps, especially because they won the World Cup, he will always go with the guys I know and the guys that I trust. And it's like, how do you wait up? Do you go with the guys that you trust who have been there for you, or do you go like, no, if you've played well, you go in there. So despite what you play well, but if you're Laporte, you should feel pissed off because wait a minute, I have performed better than both Varane and Umtiti this season. Why the hell am I not in there? But if it's based on meritocracy, I deserve to be there above those two players. So
you know what? As long as Deschamps is manager, it's not going to be based on meritocracy.
Oh yeah.
Giroud gets game out, and he can't even get a game for Chelsea.
I don't think he'll be there for
Deschamps,
that.
Deschamps has his players.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's it. So, is he waiting? Is he going to wait it out, or does he just say, you know what, I want to play international football, I need to play for Spain?
He's still young.
Yeah, he's 23.
Deschamps ain't going to be around for international managers, apart from flipping.
you're John Love because
Oh yeah, no, I was going to say Del Bosque, but like that was because he just kept winning. So, but like, I can't. Yeah, for real. How is? But
then been there 10 years or more.
But it looked like he might have turned it around a little bit. Like, I don't know. But
get out of there, man.
You don't really have that long of a managerial career. So Laporte could probably still be even like maybe 28. And he's still kind of in his prime, and a new manager comes in and likes that.
That's 5 years. That's long.
No, I think Laporte's 24.
He's 23. Unless he's just
23.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's 24, 25, isn't it?
Nah, he's still young.
Well, anyway, I think deal with Deschamps for a little while, and then the
Go
new
play for
manager might
Spain,
pick
bro.
you.
Go play for Spain.
Okay, I hope he's listening. Alright, thanks, Sammy. And we've got one more from Van Dijk is overrated. That's a great handle.
Oh, careful,
Right,
bro.
just a hater straight out the back.
That's his username, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Calm.
Like,
Anyway, we hear you, and thanks for sending in your question. Which is your favorite football-related moment you experienced that you would still put back on replay and enjoy the nostalgic moment of living through that again? Good question.
This
would
is
have to
the
give you three.
easiest question I could ever ask.
Yeah, I'm going to give one that doesn't involve Arsenal and one that does.
Okay.
Okay. One that involves Nigeria, one that doesn't.
Otherwise,
Hit us, Devil. Hit us.
The Arsenal one would be winning the league at White Hart Lane. That is brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Still sing about that now. Winning the league at Old Trafford, that was pretty cool. Those stick out in my mind. And the non-Arsenal one, I always go back to it. Playoff, semi-final, second leg at Vicarage Road, Watford versus Leicester.
Oh yeah.
That for me, whenever I watch that, I get goosebumps. It was crazy end to a game.
That was.
The commentary to this day. The guy loses his voice, and there's Zola dropping on the touchline. It's just madness, absolute carnage. Deeney jumping in the crowd, just madness. I love it every time I watch it.
I mean, for me, like the biggest one for me is again living in Nigeria. Before I came to England, Nigeria being in the World Cup for the very first time. And our first match, '94 World Cup against Bulgaria. Remember, like the entire country, you could just feel like if the entire country was just watching it because it was so football mad. And this was the first time in the World Cup. And the first goal was scored by Rashidi Yakini, and the passion on his face by scoring that goal, going in the net, and that. You just felt like if you just saw how much it's meant to him and how much it meant to everybody in Nigeria today. So that is my biggest memory. Second, Ronaldo. 2002 World Cup, one of my personal heroes, my personal idols, and the fact that, because I remember where I was watching it and I was so nervous before the game because I'm like, is he going to do it? And just how he delivered on it, scoring those 2 goals, I was like, my God, this is just like the perfect story and easily one of the greatest comeback stories of all time. So yeah, those are my 2 ones.
Nice. I've got one more which I forgot. David Beckham, England against Greece. I hated David Beckham at that point. Hated him because I hated everything to do with Man United. He banged that free kick. I was jumping up and down, screaming, blah, blah, blah. Put a poster of him on my wall. Bah! That meant something. That's goal.
What you gotta do to be in Devil's bedroom.
I wish I'd gone first because Ronaldo was my non-Liverpool moment. So I wish I'd gone first because I know we probably felt exactly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like we're talking about. Anyway, talking about elephant. Not anyway. So. I'm going to say my favourite non-Liverpool one, even though it was actually Aguero going past QPR.
Oh, yeah.
That is just a moment of football that, like, listen, I ran through my yard, the irony, because I fucking hate them now. I ran through and when I think about it, my brother should have punched me in the face so badly. He should have, like, caught me coming in, like. But I was in front of him, I was swimming on the rug, backstroke. Oh my God, that was because it wasn't just that they won it the way they did. It took the moment away from Man U, who on the other shot 1 minute ago was celebrating because they thought they'd won the league. Like that whole moment there. It's a shame it happened to a club that's got no history. Do you know what I mean? Because like that moment is like deserved for like a team who's got like the history of like this is like AC Milan. It'd be like their comeback moment, like all these years in the wilderness, and then they have that moment. But it was still a phenomenal moment. And my Liverpool moment. The Champions League final will always be the best thing I've ever witnessed as a Liverpool fan. But because it was so dramatic and there isn't just one moment in that game, there was just so much. So it would actually be to the last group game against Olympiacos when Gerrard scored that goal.
Oh yeah, Gerrard!
You see about the goosebumps thing? Yeah. Literally, we could just watch a clip of that now and I'll get goosebumps.
Wait,
that
was
moment when...
5? Which season was that?
When we won the Champions League, because if he hadn't scored that goal, we would have gone in the Europa League. We would have even gone through to the next round. And the way, and it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was Andy Gray, it was Martin, it was the whole, like, everything about it. That moment was just, that moment will live with me forever.
You're beauty!
What a hit, son!
What a hit!
No, you know what? Gerrard had many clutch moments.
Yeah, no, that was clutch.
Players in English football.
That was
clutch.
So
many, man.
That was clutch.
Right, great. Well, the wonderful moments of football. Do you feel the love in the room here now? Thank you so much. Great question that you've sent in. Keep them coming, and surely see you next time. Bye, guys.
Peace.